8:34, good morning. Great to have you here on a Tuesday on KCMO 95.7 FM. We are always streaming on the KCMO Talk Radio app. It is one of our favorite times of the week. Let's go.
It's time for Tirade Tuesday on 95.7 FM and 710 AM KCMO.
Are you talking to me?
How dare you?
It's morning, so it's Mundo.
Whatever rant is on your mind, now is the time to let it rip. 913-408-7957. That is how you get in. We have open lines right now, 913-408-7957. Let's do it, and let's start in Leavenworth. That's where Jared is this morning. Good morning, Jared. Jared, what is your tirade, my man? Good morning. Jared in Leavenworth going once, going twice, and that is it. Great tirade from Jared in Leavenworth on KCMO. All right, Travis, Lenexa, go ahead.
Hey, Pete, I want to piggyback on your conversation you had earlier with Dave Traubert. So I'm going to use another example of these city councils and what they do. The city council in Lenexa recently approved a pay raise for their highest paid employee. That highest paid employee makes close to $250,000, and that pay raise was 7%. Didn't bat an eye, 7% pay raise. That same city official also got their appraised value on their property, which was close to $1 million. Pete, your property goes up every year. This property that the highest paid individual in Lenexa's city went down 4%. So that's what these city councils do. And another thing they like to do is always vote in some apartments, because another 500 apartments got approved recently by Lenexa. Because in Johnson County, you know what we need more of? Apartments. Because these apartments don't cause any issues in our neighborhoods. You know, Lenexa, you know, there weren't recently two shootouts at apartments that were right next to an elementary school right there off of Rose Hill.
You're right. Well done there, Travis. Great way to kick it off, buddy. I appreciate you. I mean, you drive through Olathe, Overland Park, and Lenexa are like in one big, now I don't want to say it. They're in one big contest to see who can put up the most apartments as quickly as possible. I was driving through Lenexa, I guess it was Friday night. We were driving down, where were we? Somewhere I don't spend a lot of time. And I was blown away at just the new apartment complexes all over the place in Lenexa. I know Keatsman's talked about it before, but man, it is bad. And yeah, it brings a more transient population, which oftentimes is not good for any community. And then what's the old expression I've heard from my real estate buddies? From market rate to Section 8. That's what always happens. It's the big, new, beautiful, to use the big, new, beautiful bill analogy, it's the big, new, beautiful complex until the newer, bigger, beautiful complex comes up, and then all of a sudden, it's not all that compelling. And then it goes downhill very quickly. 913-408-7957. Jeff and Shawnee, what's your tirade? Go.
Hey, first of all, Travis, that was a great call. Hey, I was coming back from the lake yesterday, and I was going through my FM radio, came across Dana and Parks. Oh, my God, 2 minutes of it. What a horrible show. Who's their base? Is this the Oprah Winfrey crowd? Oh, my gosh, man. You guys have spoiled me. If whoever's listening, I don't know who's listening to Dana and Parks, man. Who's their crowd?
I'll let somebody else figure that out, Jeff. Thank you.
Take care. Thanks.
Oh, gosh. All right. Next up on a Tirade Tuesday. Todd, go ahead. You're on KCMO. What's your tirade?
Hey, thank you for having me. My tirade would be that the, quote, international leader, Quentin Lucas, he wants to talk about gun crime and stuff like that all the time. And it seems like every week in the summer we have half a dozen or a dozen people shot or murdered or nearly murdered in the city. We've had even the Chiefs parade. I was 85 feet away from the shootings down there, and it seems like these repeat offenders. He talks about people over and over about people not being held responsible for their crimes, and yet they turn these people loose. We had 5,000 cars were stolen in Kansas City last year. I don't know if people know that or not, but 5,000 is a lot of vehicles. And vehicle crime, drug crime, stuff like that, sooner or later turns into violent crime. And I think as soon as he gets a grip on that, maybe gets a clue and gets a good prosecutor that's not only just marginally better than the last one, but quite a bit better and holds people accountable. His word he likes to use is accountability. So anyway, that's my rant.
That's fair. Thank you very much there, Todd. I appreciate you. And that is something that we hope Melissa Johnson starts to do. We talked to her last hour. If you missed that, that'll be up on the podcast, Apple or Spotify after the show. 913-408-7957 on a Tirade Tuesday. Let's go to Chuck in Blue Springs. Go ahead, Chuck.
KCMO police are pissed off. I've talked to them. They're arresting the same people over and over for stealing cars, and they get released right away. But my real tirade is the Chiefs and Royals moving back to KCMO is a joke. It's crime infested. The infrastructure is terrible. There's potholes everywhere. You think about the trolleys, how that's disrupted everything in KCMO. You add that baseball park to Washington Park, and we're going to be in perpetual construction. It's a joke. Legends has everything. It's set up for easy flow. It handles the NASCAR. Why would any smart businessman want to go anywhere but the Legends? Plus, they're going to have Buc-ee's. Thank you.
You know what?
I like that.
I like that. You got me. You weren't selling me until you reminded me of the Buc-ee's coming up there. That's a great point. Although between Buc-ee's and a ballpark, I'm not sure anyone can handle that level of traffic. I was at that Buc-ee's down in Springfield. It's literally 5 miles an hour getting in there because there's so much traffic getting into that Buc-ee's down there in Springfield.
They need air traffic control.
Yeah, they do. You're right about that. 913-408-7957. Victor in Parkville, go ahead on a Tirade Tuesday.
Oh, good morning, Pete. My big complaint tirade is about these fair weather MAGA Republicans like Karen Taylor Greene, all ticked off about a surgical strike that was absolutely necessary against a nuclear, storage facility. I mean, come on, for crying out loud. You want to give a lunatic a nuclear bomb? Jeez, it's like it's not an invasion. It's not an amphibious assault. Nobody's giving the keys of the military to, Lindsey Graham or anything. Let's just, hold on to your panties for a little bit. At least let the planes get home before you start going off on a freaking tirade yourself.
Did you call Marjorie Taylor Greene Karen Taylor Greene?
Sure is shooting. Fucking A right.
All right, Victor. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. 913-408-7957. I saw a funny meme yesterday created by AI, and it was a picture of President Trump standing in front of, AI-generated Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tucker Carlson, Steve Bannon, Thomas Massey, a couple of others. And they're all looking very sad, holding or wearing shirts that say, "I survived World War III." And Trump's laughing at him. I thought that was pretty good. AI generated. 913-408-7957. Joe in Overland Park, what's your tirade, Joe? Go.
Hey, I hear everybody talk about accountability, but accountability without consequences means nothing.
Yeah, that's great. I agree. That's a good point there, Joe. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Let's go to Wes in Gladstone. Go ahead, Wes. What's your tirade?
Yeah, for 46 years, or even more, I had to listen to those terrorist SOBs in Iran shout death to America. And every president and every Secretary of State was, we can't do anything, blah, blah. Just please shut the hell up. They got what they deserve. They've been killing people all over the world. Just shut up and let Trump do his thing.
Thank you, Wes. Thank you, buddy. All right, let's go to Dan, Overland Park. Go. What's your tirade?
Yep, I'd like to hear about what all these never-Trump Republicans have got to say now that we have a real man and president, and they can shut the heck up and get on board the train.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
Such a nice man.
I didn't want you to drop what Trump said this morning. Mark was getting nervous, okay? I was like, don't do it. Don't make me dump him. John Topeka, go.
Hey, isn't it interesting that no Democrats in leadership were notified of the impending strike on Iran, and coincidentally, none of our enemies, especially Iran, were notified of the impending strike? I find it kind of odd that the secrecy that they were talking about, that it was so tight-lipped, worked so well that none are, it's just coincidence, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I will say, apparently Chuck Schumer got a call right before it was set to happen, and same with Hakeem Jeffries, but they couldn't find Hakeem Jeffries. I'm not making fun of anything here. Apparently he just didn't answer the phone. I don't know if he was going to the Obama School of Speaking or where exactly he was, but Hakeem Jeffries, the Democratic leader in the House, did not pick up the phone. Chuck Schumer did. And you haven't really heard a lot from, as far as I can tell, from Chuck Schumer knocking any of this. So that's been kind of interesting. It's almost like he sees some value in what happened over the weekend. Makes you wonder why. And let's go to Steve in KCK. What is your tirade, Steve?
Don't you dare mention bringing those stadiums over to KCK. Keep them over there. We dodged a bullet. The unified government can't even build an American Royal Stadium right, and that's a nonprofit. Imagine what they would do with $2 billion. No, we're glad it's not coming to KCK. Keep it in Missouri. It's your problem. We don't want it.
All right.
Thank you, Pete.
Thank you very much there, Steve. We'll have to see, my man. We got about 6 days to figure out how this is going to play out. Could be longer, but
I see a lot of Missourians in our mentions on the KCMO Twitter talking about how, Kansans, you thought you were getting the Chiefs. Well, we haven't had the Chiefs ever. We're fine with the Chiefs being in Missouri as far as I'm concerned.
I've never really, obviously, taken a side on this from a border war perspective. I've more looked at it for what I think works best for the region and also for the taxpayer, like the average fan is kind of in my approach. But you're right, Mark. There is more and more of the leaning into the border war thing between both sides. I will say that appears to be something that is real. I hear more Missourians, it seems like, saying that we do not want to lose this team to Kansas than I see Kansans saying, we got to get these teams over here. There seems to be more of that element going on. Just anecdotally speaking, that's my read on it.